Welcome back, Mosaic Fitness Coaching. Today's topic is going to be a very interesting one. This is a common question that I've been getting on my Instagram feed, which is how can I ensure short and long-term success, in my fitness journey or in my fitness program. This is the specific question. Well, it's very simple actually. It's a simple equation that I came across a few years ago reading Eric Helm's book, Strength Training and Strength Pyramid. Yeah, the nutrition, I believe, is the nutrition version. So check it out. It's my own take on it, but it's very very simple. Look, the goal. I mean, if you want to have short and long term success in your fitness journey, then the best way for you to gauge that will be your progress, right? How much are you progressing? If you're progressing, then great. If you're not progressing, then you kind of need to go back to the drawing board and you have to see whether you're doing the right thing or you're doing the wrong thing. Now, most of the times, people do like they execute. That's not a problem, especially here in the UK. A lot of people are actually, they're active. They go out, they do their steps, they work out, they train, they go to the gym, they eat fairly healthy, but they're not progressing as much as they like, right? This is one of the main problems. I sit down with a lot of entrepreneurs, with a lot of working professionals, consult them on their fitness and health. And this is a very, very common problem. Yeah, a common theme is like, hey, look, I'm executing, but I'm not really getting the result that I want. I'm not really progressing the way I like. So, how can you ensure that you're progressing all the time, right? Constantly getting progress and constantly getting better. It's a simple formula. So progress is equal one adherence, number two is enjoyment, and number three is results, right? So these three elements, if you're satisfying them consistently, you will progress and you will eventually reach your short-term goals and your long-term goals, right? Now, why is it important for you to have a short-term goal and a long-term goal? Well, because the long-term goal, maybe the 3 year, the 5 year goal, it's a little bit far for you. Sometimes it takes a while until you feel like you're getting closer. Hence, you need short-term goals, because these short-term goals will make sure that you're doing everything that you need to do to make sure you're getting closer to your long-term goal. So, what are the things that you need to do, or what are the things you need to focus on? These three elements, right? Adherence, enjoyment, and results. Now let's get into it. First one, adherence. Yeah. Why is adherence important? Well, it doesn't matter what plan you're on. It doesn't matter what the way how you're eating. It doesn't matter what training plan you're following. If you cannot adhere to it, you're just not going to get results. You can be on the best program out there, right? I don't think there is, but if let's for the sake of this example, let's say that the best training nutrition program out there, you follow, you got your hands on this plan, right? But if you don't adhere to it, you're just not going to get results. On the other side of the spectrum, you can be on a very bad plan, or you can be on a very generic basic plan, but if you adhere to it and you adhere to it long enough, eventually you'll get results, or eventually you'll get better at the plan. So adherence is number one, right? That's the first thing you need to satisfy. It's the first thing you need to learn, and the first thing you need to actually do, right? A lot of people, they jump into the details first, right? They try to make sure they get in the specific exact amount of macros, the calories, they stress over the how many exact reps do I need to do, what type of training do I need to follow. They jump into that, but they're not really, they don't really have the foundation yet to be able to build. I mean, all you have to bear in mind that these are details. They're important details, right? Your macros, the way you train, the frequency, the volume, the intensity, all of these things are important. But these are details that are gonna just make sure that you progress in whatever you're doing. But if you cannot adhere, which is the foundation, then you're not gonna get anywhere. So the first thing you need to focus on is adherence. You need to spend some time there, right? You need to spend some time actually learning how to be consistent and how to apply your rules, your non-negotiables, the things that you need to do to be fit to hit your short-term goals. You need to learn how you can adhere to them for 2 to 3, 4 months, right? Once you learn that, once you learn how you adhere, and of course, you can always improve adherence, right? Even me right now, I've been doing this for a very long time. I can still improve my adherence, right? So this is never ending. You can always progress in that realm. But regardless, you need your adherence first. Okay, let's say you have your adherence, you feel comfortable, you feel confident that you can exercise 3 to 4 times a week consistently, you're confident about it. Okay, now you need to, how can you stick to this for the long term? Well, you need to kind of enjoy what you do, right? You need to enjoy your plan, you need to enjoy your nutrition protocol, you need to have a form of cardio that you enjoy doing, whatever it may be. You need to have a weightlifting plan or a training plan or whatever plan that you actually enjoy following, right? That is important for long term, for just sticking to this particular thing over the long term, right? Like it's very, very common that at the beginning you may not enjoy what you do because it's just out of your comfort zone. It's testing you in ways that you probably have not been tested. So, at the beginning you could focus on adherence because regardless, you're gonna be challenged in ways that you didn't expect. So hence, you might not find it enjoyable. But with time, after you get your adherence on point, start looking for things that you can enjoy doing. You can do that early on as well, but sometimes I find with myself, this is a common thing, that at the beginning, I find it difficult to find something that I enjoy because I don't know what I like and what I don't like. I kind of have to try different things out until I find the thing that I like and that I enjoy. But once you find that, and that's important, you spend some time finding what you enjoy. And you may not enjoy it at the beginning. That's a common thing as well. You may not enjoy working out at the beginning, but eventually you'll find a workout, you'll find a way of training that you actually enjoy. So that is very, very important. That's an important part of your equation. Yeah, it can be anything like, it can be like a simple high intensity workout. It can be strength training. It can be hypertrophy training. It can be CrossFit, whatever. Find something that you enjoy because that's going to help you stick to this thing over the long term. And lastly, you need results. Results are very important, honestly. A lot of people say, oh, I'll need discipline and yeah, to a certain extent, I agree. You need discipline. But a step further, you need results because results are going to fuel your discipline. And they're going to fuel your enjoyment. They're going to fuel your adherence as well, right? Many times we've seen the person who adheres, right? Maybe enjoys what they do. They go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. They're executing everything, but they're not getting results. And what ends up happening is they stick to it for maybe a month or two, and then they stop, right? They stop for a few weeks, and they're stuck in that cycle of starting something and stopping and then restarting again. Why? Because they just don't have a result orientation. Now, you still, at the same time, you don't want to fall into the trap of just being result orientated because only being result orientated will eventually get you to a point where you may have a result in mind that you want to achieve. And then once you get there, then you just become complacent and you don't really want to continue doing it. You may not be as precise as you used to be, and then you lose, and then you kind of start losing results, and then one thing leads to another. So you don't just want to be result orientated either, right? Because that can also be a bad thing. You want a balance of all three. You want a balance of adherence. You need to know how to adhere to something. You need to enjoy what you do, and you need to have results. And combining all these three together, you'll always progress, whether it's in the short term, whether it's in the long term. And whenever you're not progressing, you go back to these three elements, and you ask yourself, right, which one are you not satisfying? It could be that you're adhering, it could be that you're getting results, but you're not really enjoying it. Hence, you're not really going after it. Or you could be enjoying it, you could be getting some results, but you may not be adhering as well as you could be. So that could be a factor that you can improve. And same thing, sometimes you may enjoy the thing, sometimes you may adhere, but you find yourself a little stuck and plateaued. Well, that means you probably are not focusing on your results. You're not precise enough to be able to get the results that you want. And here you have it. That's the simple formula. Progress equals adherence, enjoyment, and results. Satisfy these three things and you will always progress, no matter what, even if you're old, even if you get an injury or whatever. As long as you have that in mind, you'll always progress. You'll always find something that you can do with regards to your fitness, to your nutrition. Now, I hope this is helpful. If you would like to get a bit more details on, how you can apply this into your life, if you want to understand how you can actually implement this tangibly, step by step, then you can simply DM me and I'll be happy to show you how, or simply go to my website, mosidefitnesscoaching.com. You can apply for a free consultation call there, and we can jump on a call and we can have a chat. Hope to see you, and have a great day, everyone.